Yeah, I think I just go nice and I just don't worry about it too much. I'm overthinking it. So is everyone in the lobby? I'm in the lobby.
Everyone's in the lobby. Looks like I need to add a player, though. Maybe. Wait, why?
Oh, sorry. I need to ready up.
Oh, okay. So let's try... Okay, we can just do 3 people. Cool. I was like, do I need to do 4 people? But it looks like we're good.
That was on me. I just forgot to ready up because I just didn't notice. Oh yeah, we have to pick an elf. Pick you.
It's the beginning of November. Christmas is practically here. Up at the North Pole, winter comes early and we're all just waking up from our year-long nap. With only 8 weeks until the big night, will we be ready or will there be another year without a Santa Claus?
For your benefit, Noodle, we usually end up uploading this relatively quickly, so I don't know if you're okay with being on the YouTube channel. I assume you are, but anyway.
That's okay.
That's why we read everything aloud, because that's like half the fun of the game. But yeah, so at this phase of the game, so there are 8 weeks till Christmas, and every week, everyone picks a location to spend time at. So obviously, Sarah is picking a location, and I'll be honest, it's kind of random what each location does. You can kind of predict, like the elf gem is likely to give you a strength or a might stat, or a speed or a might stat, but like, it doesn't always. It's super random.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, don't worry too much about it, and we can't just all go to the same location. Like, if you are min-maxing Yuligans, you are trying too hard.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just go to the Snowkin.
Yeah, you get one of 2 options for each location.
You spend the week participating in the Snowkin communal feasts. Ideas and stories are shared freely as you relax into the evenings. You gain 1 nice, 1 jolly, and 1 creative. On your way out of the woods, that's a lot. One evening, you find yourself swept off your feet into a speeding sleigh driven by 2 young Snowkin. The 2 apologize and explain that they have been sent to check on the White Castle located on the far outskirts of the woods. I want to go there! And partake in their delectable beef, one of the Snowkins adds, their mouth watering. By the time you arrive, it's getting late. The 2 go inside and return a few minutes later, looking let down. Everything here checks out, one says. Everything but the beef, their counterpart cries. They said the recipe rotated to the cooks up at the wall, but that's so far away. Well, I guess I have to convince them to go because I don't have any gumdrops. I could try to convince them to stay with 4 gumdrops. I wonder what happens if I do that with no gumdrops.
I think it just auto-fails if you don't have enough gumdrops.
Yeah. Convince them to go. Unfortunately, your voice doesn't move them. Without any reason to stay, the group disperses. As you walk home much later than you expected, you can't help but feel responsible for the 2 young Snowkins' disappointment. You lose 1 jolly. Oh, I got a jolly, but then I lost a jolly.
You still gained 2 stats. It's not terrible. Alright, I'm gonna hit the gym. Get those stats up. Let's get that cardio. Christmas Eve will need you in peak condition. You spend the week making your hands and feet go fast. You gain 3 speedy.
3 speedy?
Oh yeah, I'm fast. You leave the locker room on your way out for the night. Mal, the bad elf, slinks up to you, a clipboard in hand. Why not build your gumdrop stash while building your muscles? He asks, shoving a piece of paper into your hands. At the top of the page, in bold, it reads, EGS, Elf Gym Stock. Mal begins smothering you in promises of growing your wealth, if only you invest big in the gym. You're not quite sure if he's affiliated with the gym, but the numbers he's showing you could make you rich.
What happened? Did it crash?
I can't do anything on... Is there anything on your end?
Nope.
No.
It might have crashed. Hold on.
Player uh-oh. Player crashed.
I just disconnected because I couldn't do anything, and I was seeing if maybe
nope,
I
it's
could
still
rejoin.
Blocked.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think
okay, Sarah can move now.
Oh yeah, it's my turn now.
I can't rejoin, so I think it just X'd my turn.
We can quit and get back in.
Sorry. Well, now you've got the tutorial. You know how it goes, so you can take your turn again.
Yeah, do we want to
sorry about that. I don't know what to say.
Main menu. Let's try this again.
All right. Hey, first time we're playing in a long time.
I want to go to the Abominable Woods.
Hey, it's the exact same outcome, except different in secondary.
Jolly and creative and one nice, yeah. Unseasonably warm breeze flutters through the woods as you walk along a side path one afternoon. Ahead of you on the path, you believe you see a snowkin with brown fur and a strange gait. It crests a hill and you silently follow for a better look. On the other side, you can make out a group of snowkin laughing and talking as they meander about. Continue search or approach the snowkin. I'm gonna continue my search, I think. You ignore the snowkin and push off the trail to continue your search for the individual with such a unique stride. Shortly afterwards, you come upon a cluster of oddly colored rocks. You decide to rest on them a while as you attempt to deduce where your new friend had gone. The rocks have an interesting heat to them, and you soon find yourself dozing off. Hours later, you awaken, unsure if anything that had happened earlier was real. You wander home not having found what you wanted, but with renewed vigor from your nap. You lose 1 creative, and gain 1 strong. I'm losing something here.
Yep. Alright, I think I'll go to the gym and train cardio. Christmas Eve, yada yada, peak condition, yada yada, hands fast. 3 speedy. You leave the locker room on your way out for the night. Mal, oh my gosh, not
Are you
again.
getting the same thing? You are.
Okay.
He wants you to invest in elf coin.
It doesn't like that one, does it?
Yeah, it's just not giving me an option.
Oh, did it crash again?
I mean, it's not crashed, it's just there's no GUI. There's no interface. I can't do anything. So.
Weird, maybe you can't be speedy.
Well, yeah, I think that is the lesson we've learned is the gym is off limits, y'all. It would be kind of sad if Yuligans just had some weird bug come up with it. Because it was a good game for several years.
Oh, I found a goat this time. See, it gets a different event every single time. Adorned in red ribbons
except for
points at
me.
you. I am the Yule Goat and demand my gift, and you better get them one. It's tradition. Everyone knows that the Yule Goat doesn't need anything big, but it's naughty to decline their demands. I'm gonna buy a gift for 2 gumdrops that I don't have. You search around for gumdrops, but there are none to be found. Will that stop you? No. If you can't buy a present, you'll make one instead. Or gather one. Knowing goats aren't picky eaters, you forage the Yule Goat a snack quickly. The goat bleats its approval and hops back into the trees. You gain 2 nice. Oh, that's much better.
That was a really good one. That was a good one. Alright, so the gym is off limits. So I will go...
I mean, you could try not doing speedy. You could do strength
I'm just
instead.
not going to risk it. Because the Mal event is not associated with speed or strength.
That's
it's just
true.
associated with the gym. Alright. I will go to Klaus's kitchen, and I will bake. You spend the week baking goodies. Some will go to the elves as they get back into the swing of things. Some will be saved for the midwinter feast. And some you'll keep for yourself. Oh my gosh, I'm so evil in that picture. You gain 1 speedy, 1 creative, and are paid 1 gumdrop. One afternoon, you're asked to go into the back pantry to retrieve some sugar plums. As you grope around in the dark looking for a light, your hand accidentally hits something on the wall. You hear creaking as it slides into an unseen notch. The floor rumbles and opens as a faint glow comes from the racks of ingredients below. Mrs. Klaus's secret pantry. It's rumored she stores only the rarest of ingredients here. Imagine what you could make with them. So,
How naughty are you going
the
to be?
secret pantry is definitely the naughty option as opposed to the sugar plums. But I'll be honest, like, how can I not go into the secret tunnel? I'm sorry. The gamer in me is going into the secret tunnel. You spend time looking at each item thoroughly. Fresh fallen snow from the South Pole for snow cones, eggs from a golden hen for the perfect eggnog, and even... What was that? That creak from above! Mrs. Klaus comes down the stairs into the secret pantry. She taps her foot angrily and points back up the stairs. When you check back the next day, whatever you pushed into the wall is gone and you can't find your way back down into the pantry. You gain 1 naughty and lose 1 jolly. Oh no! I was punished for my curiosity.
You got caught.
No.
Let's try the soda.
I still think it was worth it.
You spend the week warming your signature stool at the end of the counter on the soda jerk. Downing 1 sugary beverage after another. You gain 2 speedy and 1 jolly. You didn't see the slick of soda as you walked in the door. It didn't matter. You were blamed for the damage caused by you flying into every table with the grace of a pinball.
Oh no!
It's difficult to enjoy a good soda when you can feel the eyes of everyone in the room on you.
Oh no.
I have no money, so I'll just apologize. After working up your courage, you stand in the chair to address the room. Not you, someone shouts from the back. After your rocky start, your apology doesn't reach. At least you had the humility to try. You gain 1 nice.
Hey.
Aww. Let's not forget the midwinter feast. Once Santa is awake, he's going to be terribly hungry. Milk and cookies alone won't do. Okay, so it swaps up whose turn it is, so now it's your turn to go first.
Oh, so it's back to mine.
Yep. You get to go twice in a row. The power.
Let's try the museum. A weekly exhibit or research? Let's see what the weekly exhibit is. You spend the week following the Ghost of Christmas Past's tour around the halls of the museum. Fascinated by this week's special exhibit. You gain 2 creative and 1 jolly.
You are
As you
gaining
walk through one of
stats
the
like crazy.
back halls, you could hear a heated debate in progress. It would seem the Ghost of Christmas Past is designing an exhibit on how Christmas changed after Santa took over. Father Christmas has taken offense to his portrayal in the exhibit. He doesn't think the primary focus of his reign being on the drinking revelry is appropriate. Past protests saying that it's accurate.
Ooh, who are you gonna support?
Gotta pick a side.
I better suck up to Father Christmas.
At least you know why you're doing it.
Christmas is a time of forgiveness, you explain. Past relents and agrees that there are other traditions from Father Christmas time that could be highlighted a little bit more. They both leave, pleased with the outcome. You gain 1.
Nice.
Yay! Alright. So, Faust's kitchen didn't work out last time. So we're gonna go to her husband's place with the workshop. And I could sabotage it. I was gonna see if I could make stuff, but I see. I'm gonna play test instead of sabotaging. You spend the week testing out the toys Santa invented last year. Do your best to make sure nothing is wrong with them. You gain 2 jolly and are paid 1 gumdrop. You stroll about the outskirts of the town at sunset as you're swept up by a small crowd. And we're walking, oh, we're walking. An elf rolls on from the front. A quick scan of those around you makes it clear you've been pulled into the walking tour of the North Pole. Up ahead is Santa's workshop, the elf delivers in pure monotone, drawing everyone forward. The group comes to a halt just outside the fabled workshop. You think back on how much effort you put in over the years to be allowed to work there. It's quite the honor. Before your tour guide can continue their monologue, a side door to the workshop opens. Is that the walking tour I hear? Chatting outside my workshop door? The smile of the foreman approaching is as rigid as any toy soldier you've seen. Together, the tour guide and the foreman talk about how dangerous the research done here can be. So dangerous. And we don't want any of these good elves getting hurt. You are all on the good list, aren't you? The foreman shouts, beaming that smile at you. You can't take this dynamic anymore and force your way out of the back of the crowd. As you make your way back to your stroll, your thoughts linger on the tour. You could write a better scene than that. And the more you think of what you would have done, the more creative you feel. You gain 2 creative. That was a long dialogue.
But you gained 2 creative from it.
It was a very creative dialogue.
Let's do the elves workshop and make toys. You spend the entire week inside the workshop hammering away at toys with your fellow elves on the assembly line. Don't forget to whistle while you work. You gain 1 jolly, 1 speed, and are paid 1 gumdrop. Mal is at it again. When you walk into the factory today, you find it surprisingly empty. On your way past the break room, you see the missing elves gathered around the North Pole's naughtiest elf. This time he's trying to convince everyone to walk out of the workshop for a pay increase to 2 gumdrops per week. While you want more gumdrops too, you wonder if Santa can really afford what Mal is demanding. Let's dissuade Mal because I don't really want to help Mal. I want to dissuade Mal.
Workers' rights, help the people. Fight the power.
But this is Santa we're talking about here.
We need a minimum wage increase. It's been stagnant for too long. It takes 4 gumdrops just to apologize.
Mal trying to help others? Yeah, right. This movement will only slow our progress towards Christmas. You push your way towards the front of the gathered elves and challenge Mal on his views. You humbly point out the flaws in Mal's logic. Very humble of me. Before long, your kind and thoughtful responses win the day. Your higher-ups give you a bonus and congratulate you on saving them from gumdrop ruin. You gain 1 nice, 1 jolly, 1 creative, and 1 gumdrop.
You got a pay raise, I see.
I did.
Selfish.
Very humble, but selfish. Father Christmas and Mother Earth come for the feast every year and stay a few weeks after. They're so proud of their son and what he does for all the good children of the world. Santa doesn't always see that, though. We need him at his jolliest for the sleigh ride. Oh, are you first again? Cool.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, where do I want to go?
Anywhere but the gym. That's all I ask. I think we've seen everything but Krampus's shack in the gym now, so...
Let's go to the kitchen.
Ooh,
Taste or taste test.
You're looking for the secret pantry, I see.
Let's do some baking. You spend the week baking goodies. We've seen this dialogue.
Yeah, this is the one that I read.
Midwinter Feast. One for myself. 1 speedy, 1 creative.
And your event is...
With a snort to match his trademark laugh, Santa slowly shuffles into the room. He's sleepwalking and headed right for the fresh cookies.
No, Santa!
We gotta hide the cookies. He's gonna
hide them.
All the cookies.
Are we making these cookies for him?
Yeah, but not when he's sleeping.
Much quicker than the shambling jolly man. You dart to another room where you're able to stash the cookies until the sleeping Santa has passed. Without the scent on the air, he gives up and walks back to bed. Crisis averted. You gain 1 speedy.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, I forget what you do at Krampus's shack. So we can encourage Krampus or dissuade Krampus.
You can try encouraging him.
Yeah, I think we want him on our side, so let's try encouraging him. Deep down, you know Krampus is only trying to make the world a nicer place. You spend the week trying to help him find the naughty and nice list. You gain 1 nice, 1 strong, and 1 creative. You find yourself on the outskirts of town one morning as you're swept up by a small crowd. Oh my gosh, not this again! Walking found me! Up ahead is Krampus's shack. The elf's voice hardly moves as he directs you forward. Comes to a halt at a broken wooden fence that fully surrounds Krampus's property. It says the shack seemed to be closed. How Krampus came to live here. Shortly after the Great Snowball War, Krampus felt that. Siege is interrupted by Krampus, storming out of his shack. No visitors, well-wishers, or distant relations today. Thank you, he roars in Hobbitese. I'm assuming y'all recognize that quote. That's Lord of the Rings right there, my friends. Anyway.
I figured based on Hobbit.
Yeah, the elf continues, and here's Krampus' signature attitude. Krampus shrieks, drawing his switch. Away with you, one and all! The walking tour begins moving again. Around the bend, you will see where Krampus first started building the property. The pace is slow, and you're trapped inside the mass of tourists. As the tour starts making its way into the woods, you finally muscle your way back out the crowd. Decent workout, you do feel like you've learned a thing or two. You gain 1 strong and 1 creative. This freaking walking tour is making me so creative. I've gained 3 creative from that.
Let's see. I'm gonna clean, I think. You spend the week on your hands and
Cleaning up
knees.
the mess that
That Sarah made. Cleaning up the sticky residue left behind by the jerk's signature drinks. You gain 1 speedy, 1 strong, and are paid 1 gumdrop. Every few years, the soda jerk tries selling snow cones, and every time the snow can take offense. The truth is that snow cones were invented in the abominable woods and were never meant to be shared with outsiders. Several snowkin have peacefully gathered outside the soda jerk, making it difficult to get in without confronting them. Join the protest or cross the picket line.
Support the people! Support the people! I mean, you didn't do it last time, after all.
Time, and it worked out very well for me.
You, part of the establishment, you. How could you support a tyrant like Santa?
What happens if I join the protest this time?
Honestly, both sides of this are, quote, quite good, but yeah.
Unable to let this continue, you approach the group. You offer some ideas on how to improve their signs with toilet humor.
Oh no.
And loud groaning so that you're guaranteed to be noticed. After several hours of banging on any object you can strike a stick to, you realize that the people going into the soda jerk are increasingly less interested in what you and the snowkin have to say. It almost looks as if you're causing people to buy the snow cones. Defeated, the snowkin head back to the abominable woods. You lose 1 jolly and 1 creative. As November draws to a close, guests for the feast begin to arrive several days early. Time to put on the finishing touches. You never know who might show up. So as you have noticed, you don't listen to Matt.
Aw.
It works out well for you. It doesn't work out well for me.
I mean, I did get caught in the kitchen.
That's true.
Sabotage!
No, I'm not gonna sabotage. I'm a nice elf.
Let's see if you get caught in the walking tour.
It was supposed to be a never-ending record player, a callback to getting your favorite song stuck in your head. Well, someone got the never-ending part right.
Oh my gosh.
The inventor only learned that it mangled the track placed in it. And when the first test, you got Kitty Christmas album stuck in there.
Oh no.
Everyone pretended it was fine and dandy for the first week, but some of the elves look like they're ready to melt. Someone has to do something.
Yank out Kitty Christmas. Not Kitty Christmas!
I imagine this is Christmas songs, but it's all meowing for the
Oh
lyrics.
no.
Meow, 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 meow,
Yes,
meow, meow, meow,
exactly.
meow.
Let's see if we can get that out of there. You throw yourself at the record player. It taunts you in a single repeated mew as you flail and struggle. You won't be the first to embarrass yourself doing so. The incorrectly pitched, always skipping cat sounds eventually become background noise. You lose 1 jolly.
You were defeated by Cat Christmas.
I was.
Since I can't go to the gym, I'm gonna keep cleaning so I can get some more speedy and strong.
She wants her physical stats up.
I usually do
she's
jolly nice stuff.
optimizing. Yeah, she's optimizing.
I'm trying.
She's also rich.
I am rich. This week, the Soda Jerk is hosting a contest to guess the flavor of their new mystery soda. A booth has been set up next to the counter. Anyone who would like to participate may go to taste the beverage in privacy before making a guess. For some reason, the booth is soundproof. The winner gets an unlimited supply of the drink for the rest of the season. Whether or not that's a good thing. I want to participate. Think I can guess
I believe
it?
in you.
Most take
Probably
more time than you'd
creative,
expect
but-
for a quick taste. Finally, it's your turn in the soundproof booth. A small glass filled with a clear, bubbling drink sits on a pedestal. You take a swig and begin to feel the bubbling increase as it hits your tummy. It tickles you from within. You laugh hysterically and spit the drink all over the back wall. A door opens and a crew comes in to clean the back wall. You walk home, not in the mood for more laughter. You lose 1 jolly. Wow!
Alright. Let's see. Is there any... What did they make last time? Did someone make toys, I believe? Last time they were here?
Did we go there?
I think so.
Yeah, so I'll move presents. You spend the week taking finished toys from the workshop to the storage unit behind the sleigh, where they wait the big night. You gain 2 strong and are paid 1 gumdrop. Goody? How would you pronounce that? Goody?
Goody?
I guess Goody.
Goody shivers as she walks in from the cold, asking for you by name. Grammy Two Shoes needs a sleigh ride over the river and through the woods back home. The trip will take the whole day tomorrow, and Goody needs someone to cover her shift on the hammering line. Pretty please.
Point at Mal.
You gladly offer to help Goody as she can be so she can be with her family. That's what the season is about. The next day, you show up at the hammering line, as promised. By the time you're home, your muscles are sore from a hard day's work. You see Goody cresting back over the river into town. You gain 1 nice and 1 strong. Look at me, so strong, so creative. Kinda nice.
Kinda nice. Santa is awake. I repeat, the big guy is up. The midwinter feast is upon us, and there is still much to be done. Not only do we have Father Christmas and Mother Earth, but Jack Frost, the Ghost of Christmas Past, and Abby Snow, leader of the Snowkin as well. Even Krampus has decided to join us in holiday cheer. What could go wrong? Okay, so this one, based on your stats, you want to choose which one of these to do for the feast.
So Sarah, for example, has really good Jolly and Speedy. So she probably wants to try to... Oh, sorry, Noodle. You have good Jolly and Speedy, so from a min-max, you might want to try Serve Dessert, because you are most likely to succeed in both of those.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. With a hop in your step and a smile on your face, you serve the after-dinner goodies. Everyone gets their desserts as their meal is ending, and your cheerful banter keeps moods high. Dessert is a hit.
Okay, what do I want to do? I don't have great Jolly, but I've got good Speedy and good Strong.
Speedy and Strong are your best ones, yeah, which would be setting the table.
You banter with the other elves as you bring out the silverware and dishes to the table. It's not the most glamorous job, but socializing helps. No one can complain about the job you've done.
Alright, is there a strong creative here? There is not.
Both are creative, and one is Jolly and one is Speedy.
I'm probably going to go with...
Schmooze the guests.
Yeah, probably Schmooze the Guest is the best one for me. So I'm going to go schmoozing. Don't mind me. How entertain the guests, I see. You meander amongst the guests, seeing how their years have been. You're skilled at small talk, and it shows. Time flies until the dinner bell rings, and everyone is ushered to the table.
Yet another good feast behind us. As the dessert plates are taken away, everyone briefly settles by the hearth, ready for another year of banter. Krampus preaching about the need to punish all the bad children with coal, Abby Snow complaining about Mal and the other elves who continue to prank the Snowkin, and the ghosts of Christmas past and future arguing over which Christmas was or will be the best. And so, the night ends with Santa leading his parents off to Mother Earth's cottage, exiting the room with his signature jolly laugh. And now we move on to the second part.
Yep. Some places remain, some places are new.
And just like that, the first letters to Santa have begun pouring in. We're all loosening our belts a notch after the midwinter feast, but we can't let that slow us down. Now that the big guy's awake, we can finally open up the rest of the North Pole.
Let's see. Reindeer stalls, frozen lake, post office, Mother Earth's garden. Let's... clean the stalls or train the reindeer? I would much rather train reindeer than clean their stalls.
You sure?
Well, I thought. You spend the week running the reindeer, young and old, through their training courses. Every so often, you try out one of the jumps, and nope. You gain 1 speedy, 1 creative, and are paid 1 gumdrop. Vixen and Comet run a precision flying course after they're done each day. Here they teach anyone willing to pay a few gumdrops how to ride.
Oh, you could learn to ride a reindeer if you got the gumdrops.
One afternoon, they motion you towards the class, hooves outstretched.
Oh, you
Take
can
the class or help run the class. I do not have enough gumdrops to take the class.
Yeah.
So I will.
Sometimes you can magically somehow manage to get the gumdrops sometimes.
Yeah. But other times you just fail. So it's either or. You could fail, or sometimes you miraculously come up with another one.
Okay. We'll take the safe option and run the class. You give them a wink as you hop into the practice area. They look you up and down as you offer your services and happily bring you on. You may not be another reindeer to ride on, but you can at least help with showing how control works. They use you as a demonstrator for riding on several occasions before they let the students on.
That's terrifying.
They don't pay you, but you gain 2 strong.
You are very nicely rounded right now.
Indeed. There is rich and nice.
Deliver letters to Santa. I want to deliver letters to Santa. You spend the week hauling letters from all the children of the world to Santa's workshop. They pour all their hopes and dreams into every letter, so you better get them to the big guy. You gain 1 nice, 1 speedy, and are paid 1 gumdrop. An older elf stacks a mountain of small gifts on the front counter. When the cost of postage comes up, the elf sputters. They are so small, in my day this would be free of charge. You peer over his shoulder and see that it would only cost you 2 gumdrops to help him out. I'm going to pay the postage because I can. You step forward and pay for the elf's presents. He thanks you repeatedly, singing your praises the whole way out of the building. A few days later, you get a knock at the door. The elf is there with several more presents and some desserts as a thank you. The 2 of you share the goodies and laugh gleefully into the night. You gain 2 jolly.
Yay! Right. To the frozen lake for me. I'm gonna figure skate. Well, yeah, I think I want the speed if I can. I'm gonna figure skate. Oh yeah. You spend the week practicing figure skating with the North Pole's team. They specialize in duos, so you better to be ready to raise your partner. I have the strength and the creativity. You gain 2 strong and 1 speed.
Wow.
So buff. You hear singing as you walk past the frozen lake one day. Everyone is exchanging empty presents and imagining it to be just what they've always wanted. Jack Frost walks up and tells you he borrowed the tradition from a human town he spent a winter in years ago. I am not rich, so we'll just participate. Someone approaches you with a ribbon-wrapped box in hand. They extend the gift with a warm smile. For you! Light floods out as you open it, revealing a gift so perfectly right. Something you've searched for but were never able to find. A Christmas delight. The warmth of the light fills you as you close the box, moving to spread the joy to someone else. You gain 3 jolly. That was a really good day.
Wow.
Good day.
The letters from all the children of the world have begun to pile so high that a spool of light has been draped around them. It creates a most festive scene in the post office. While a sight to see, we need to get through those letters on the double. If Santa sees, he'll probably let out one of his jolly laughs, but he'll be angry.
Let's
Sabotage the post office.
Oh, deliver the letters or mix up the letters.
Sabotage.
We're gonna be nice and deliver the letters. You spend the week hauling letters from all the children of the world to Santa's workshop. They pour all their hopes and dreams into every letter, so you better get them to the big guy. You gain 1 nice, 1 speedy, and are paid 1 gumdrop. A call for help comes from one of the back rooms, as a stream of letters shoots from the floor to the ceiling behind the front desk.
Uh-oh.
Someone has mismatched the mail tubes. One of the elves next to you gets sucked into the wall by a nearby tube.
Oh my gosh.
Unscrew the main tubes or look for the culprit. I think we better focus on rescuing this poor guy before we look for the culprit. To cause this big of a stir, the main tubes must be the problem. You rush to them and see a team starting to figure out which tube needs to go where. They attempt to tell you where to change them, but you struggle to get them to move. After several minutes, you pull your shoulder and are forced to let everyone else handle the situation. Well, I tried.
No, you weren't strong enough.
We know who was guilty. That was Mal. I'm actually surprised how little Mal we've had. Usually he's frickin' everywhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna tend to the garden. You spend the week in Mother Earth's garden enjoying her conversation and helping her tend to the plants. She's the best company. You gain 2 creative and 1 strong. You're in the garden late one evening when you spot an active fire pit nearby. Father Christmas sits on a tree stump tending it with a stick, visibly relaxed. He waves you over and directs you to a stump opposite his. You enjoy the warmth of the flames as Father Christmas begins telling you about when he ran the holiday. Christmas was still about family in my day, he said, but it was more about the family you choose. You leave the evening feeling like you understand him a little better. You gain 1 jolly.
Alright. Let's see. I believe you guys visited the weekly exhibit last time, right?
Yes.
Yes, I did that.
I'm going to do some research. I am so smart. Look at me. You spend the week delving into Christmas history, discovering long-forgotten family traditions. You gain 1 nice, 1 creative, and are paid 1 gumdrop. The exhibit is an evergreen forest blanketed in snow. The traditional lights are hung about the trees, and an arch made of snow, speckled with white lights within, takes up the center. It was before Santa took over. Oh. It was before Santa took over the holiday after Christmas, Mrs. Claus tells you as she recalls her wedding day. You hadn't intended to stay long, but Mrs. C's stories are always a treat. You gain 1 jolly. Me going with some random old elf, Mrs. Claus. Oh. Voice change.
Krampus has started to snoop around the outskirts of town. Every year he tries to get his hands on the naughty and nice list, and almost every year we stop him. Almost. Oh, the horror for the poor naughty children. Santa usually goes soft on them, but Krampus? No. Krampus makes sure the naughty ones get their coal.
That's why I encouraged him. I know what I want.
Let's see, where do I want to go?
You could visit the Snowkin.
I could. Why not?
Taunt them.
No, I'm not going to taunt them. Spend the week participating in the feast. Gain 1.
Yay.
That's a good haul right there.
A cold breeze drifts to your bones on the outskirts of the woods. Reaching the tree line, you make your way in and see Jack Frost blowing with all his might on a gorgeous fir tree. He explains that an ice tree would be perfect for the frozen lake. Just then you hear the Snowkin coming. Is that Jack Frost? Not again. Make a distraction or turn him over.
Make a distraction.
Yeah, we'll do Jack a favor. You toss a rock somewhere to the south of where you hear the Snowkin coming. As they go to investigate where the rock had landed, you have Jack coat you in a thin layer of frost. With your disguise complete, you go sprinting deeper into the woods. The Snowkin fall for it, chasing after you as Jack finishes up the tree. You gain 1 creative.
Nice.
Well, that was hilarious.
What do I want my stats to be like?
You are very well-rounded at the moment.
I know.
Incredibly so.
And now I'm afraid to go anywhere because something's gonna happen to them.
Mix up those letters. You need to balance out your niceness.
Let's clean the stalls.
That should
Oh,
get
I
you
am at
strong.
5 nice. I didn't realize. You prepare yourself for the foulest task in the North Pole, cleaning up after the reindeer. Blitzen never makes it easy. You gain 1 strong and are paid 2 gumdrops. While helping move one of the haystacks in the back of the stalls, you trip and fall into a hole and hidden underneath. You are ejected from the hole into an evergreen forest with a lone lamppost before you. Oh no. Oh no. The clatter of hooves announces sleigh as it approaches. A woman adorned in white with a crown of icicles sits in the sleigh and motions you in.
You should enter the sleigh.
I should. The woman smiles and offers you some Turkish delight. The two of you glide around the outside of the forest in her sleigh. She explains that all this land is hers, but that it can get very lonely there. After a time, you arrive back at the lamppost. They point you into a dense thicket of trees, which will lead you back to the hole in the stalls. As you leave, the woman asks that you tell others to come and enjoy her forest. You return the next day with friends, but the hole is gone. You gain 1 jolly. I got a jolly out of that. Wow.
I was anticipating a much worse ending.
Me too.
All right. Did you meditate or tend the garden last time? Need to
I
keep
tended
that
the
track.
garden.
Meditation it is. Sometimes you just need to clear your mind and let it all go. You meditate on the edge of the garden, enjoying the cool view of the North Pole. You gain 2 jolly and 1 creative. I'm so jolly. Falling branches echo along the paths of the garden. You follow the sound and find Father Christmas pruning the younger trees on his family Christmas tree farm. He wipes sweat from his forehead as you approach. Beside him is a mound of branches. He sees you noticing it and asks if you could help with cleanup. You could, but the snowkin you see in the distance may be more capable. I will carry the branches, for I am strong.
You are strong.
You get into proper stance and hoist the pile above you with the strength of 10 elves, +2. A sense of glee washes over you as you dash off with a thick bundle of kindling to the nearest bonfire. After several trips, night has set in, but you cleaned it all up. Hard work is its own reward. You gain 1 nice and 1 jolly. I have everything but speedy. Well, and niceness. I'm not particularly nice.
And now the Christmas snow has set in. With only a week to go, the power of eggnog and candy canes have us all dashing for the finish line. Breathe in that Christmas spirit one more time. We'll be sleeping until next November again soon enough.
This is, I think, the last week.
Last week before we start.
We get to the end again.
So where do you want your stats at?
Can I?
And as you kind of notice from the mid-game thing, what you really need are 2 good stats, but sometimes you can't find a good match for them, so it's nice to have a selection. But it's not terrible to have 1 bad stat. Like, that's just fine.
We'll make some coins at the lake. You spend the week making coins out of the ice, like Jack Frost taught you. You're able to trade the coins for 3 gumdrops. Nice. One afternoon, as you try to make your way home from the lake, a peculiar elf blocks your path. His attire is entirely mismatched to the weather. Both his sleeves and pant legs are much too short, and every piece has warm tropical designs. The elf grumbles loudly as he attempts to make his way around you. This is why I prefer Christmas in July. Christmas in July? What a concept. The elf must sense your apprehension and begins to lecture you. Lucky elves are awakened from their hibernation in June and sent to the equator. There they spend a month helping set up for the big Christmas in July barbecue. During the barbecue, the elf who has exemplified Christmas the most is named the Christmas Spirit. And I was so very close to getting the title myself.
Oh, of course.
He starts to bemoan not getting to go back this year before being interrupted by another elf brushing past. "Excuse me," he shouts, launching into the same speech he had just given you. You use the opportunity to slip away.
Good choice.
Once you get home, you collapse onto your couch, still thinking of the Christmas spirit. They really were insufferable, but going to the equator sounds fascinating. You lose 1 jolly.
That doesn't seem... Oh, okay.
But gain 1 creative.
Nice.
That seems more fair. But I was like, that doesn't seem fair.
I'm gonna go feast with the snowkin and get my creative up just a little bit. 1 nice, 1 jolly, 1 creative. Abby Snow is organizing an expedition north of the wall. The Snowkin revere wolves and have not been able to get close to the wild packs all season. As Abby explains it, expeditions are made to adopt young wolves into their tribes so that they can be closer to the packs. It's a time-honored tradition and you've been invited to help and offer too good to refuse. What will you rely on to get you through? Your own body or your recently bought tools?
How's your body?
My body might be okay, but also I know I can get through with 3 gumdrops.
But then you won't be able to have enough for the mother load.
Well, I haven't been given the mother load now, have I? There's one option, which we haven't come across in this round, where someone comes by with a cookie catalog, and if you have enough gumdrops, you can buy the mother load. And at the very end, it gives you a special ending where you essentially spend the time from Christmas Eve to New Year's Eve eating all of your... No, you're waiting for your cookies. And the day on New Year's Eve, you get them all, and you have to eat all of them because you're going to fall asleep New Year's Day.
Oh, no.
It's amazing.
It's the best ending ever.
Overrides everything else.
Oh, your own body or bought tools? I don't know. Do you think I have enough speedy and strong? Or should I just go with gumdrops?
Frankly speaking, why else do you have gumdrops?
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's try. Having spent 3 gumdrops recently, you can't wait to put the equipment to good use. You follow Abby Snow through the whipping winds north of the wall, your new parka keeping you comfortable. Before long, Abby raises a hand for you to stop and then points. You make out a family of wolves darting in and out of the tree line. The tradition of taking the best pups is respected by both sides, but that doesn't mean they'll let up without a fight. Before anyone can act, you've pulled out your net gun and restrained the wolves. Abby grunts, "Not how we usually do it," before sitting to play with the pups a moment. She picks one and begins to lead everyone back. On the way home, one of the Snowkin decides to give you lessons on how the gathering of the pups is usually handled. You gain 1 speedy and 1 strong. Okay, still got a speedy and strong. Yay!
I was worried there that they'd be like, "You're not supposed to use money."
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea how tempted I am to mix up the letters.
I thought you did.
Calling letters. Yay! You gain 1 nice, 1 speedy, and are paid 1 gumdrop. One of the managers drops a pile of mail into your hands, asking you to take it to the back room. Not wanting to gum up the works, you make your way into the back. On the door is a sign that reads, "Beware the sorting machine." You creak the door open and hear a shriek. You enter in time to see Krampus going through the mail.
Oh no.
Wait a minute. This is frickin' the Grinch. The movie Grinch, if he's green. He loses his balance and falls into a pit in the middle of the room, congested with presents. The sorting machine.
Oh, you could gift wrap him.
I should help him out. That's the nice thing. This is the naughty one, but it's so funny. Krampus's feet kick towards the ceiling as he descends, face first, deeper into the sorting machine. You grab hold of his ankles and, with a tug, he pops back out. You set him down as he grumbles a thank you and shuffles out of the room. You gain 1 nice and 1 jolly.
You are so jolly. Look at that.
I could be Santa. That's my preferred ending. I take over the holiday from Santa.
Christmas Eve is upon us. The remote workshop outside is behind schedule, and if we don't get their deadlines met, all the children of naughtier will wake up with nothing but presents from their parents. Prancer has pranced off. That sleigh won't fly with only 7 reindeers. Worst of all, Krampus is closing in on the naughty and nice list. Luckily, he hasn't gotten it yet, but he's sure to take advantage of all this chaos. Stay on the curls of your shoes, elves. We've got a sleigh to pack.
So, yep, you can pick an activity. Take advantage of your stats.
Okay. Catch Prancer, help workshop, inspect sleigh, attach reindeer, pack sleigh, sleep till morning, stop Krampus, or help Krampus.
Matt one time did sleep till morning.
to sleep instead of work, but...
Hey, man, sleep till morning. I kind of wonder what happens if you try to sleep till morning with a high nice stat.
It's like, doesn't matter probably. It's like, oh, everyone gets really mad at you if you sleep till morning.
Let's attach the reindeer.
Nice.
The reindeer are getting antsy. Help wrangle them? Yes. With quick feet, quick hands, and quick wit, you wrangle the 7 remaining reindeer. Even Dasher was no match for your speed. You bait him until the other elves get into position. It isn't long before the others fall in line. Your skill with the reindeer helps Christmas immensely.
Nice.
Yay!
So obviously you have a very high nice stat, but you do have some other good stats as well. Sleep till morning, clearly.
So I could pack the sleigh. Or I could help Krampus. I'm worried that if we don't have all 3 people helping, that we're not going to be able to get...
Well, helping Krampus gets us the ending, and I will say that Noodle helped immensely, and with my Jolly stat, I'll probably help immensely too. For what it's worth, I think my best combination is going to be Pack the Sleigh, because I have a Jolly strength build as well.
Yeah.
We just have the same build.
Getting all the reindeer and packing the sleigh, that's the things that Santa needs anyways, right?
So actually, I guess Inspect Sleigh or Pack Sleigh are both things I think are equally good for me, but... So, I personally want to help Krampus because I think it's hilarious. But
we can see.
Like, if you're worried about getting Christmas, then you probably should pack the sleigh. Yeah.
But I also want to see this ending and see what happens.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Okay. With great empathy, you understand what Krampus is striving for. Being nice means striving to make everyone else nice as well. Does it? Everyone deserves to have a nice time, and you can't have that with people going around being naughty. While Krampus is thankful for your help, Santa is not.
Hey, so I've got my Jolly Strong Creative build, so
pack the sleigh.
Pack the sleigh.
I think you need to pack the sleigh.
I will pack the sleigh. Oh yeah. Ho ho ho. With a whistle on your lips and some pep in your step, you get to loading the presents onto the sleigh. Not only do you lift the largest presents with ease, your jolliness inspires the others to work just as hard as you. And then I take over. Jack Skellington style. You load the last gift well before Santa has arrived. Hey, your work ethic has helped Christmas immensely.
It's hard to believe another Christmas Eve is over. It's been a long 2 months, but no matter the outcome, we never trade them for the world. All that matters is that we did this together and that we enjoyed ourselves as we did so. This year, however, went off without a hitch. Krampus was I helped him! Krampus was never able to figure out where the naughty and nice list was this year, ensuring all the children of the world would be getting a present from Santa. Was I not nice enough? Even though that seems like the status quo, an incredible amount of effort went into ensuring this Christmas would be a wonderful one. When everything is done right, the children will never know if you've done anything at all. Merry Christmas, everyone. The next week is all about reflection and one last chance to enjoy yourselves before we snooze for 10 months. Okay, so this is you, Noodle.
You spend the days following Christmas gleefully bouncing from gathering to gathering. Your friends need to show off everything they got this year, after all. At one party, you see a rare sight. Goody Two-Shoes and Mal locked in conversation. Mal sighs and rolls his eyes as Goody gushes over how long the nice list was this year. Even if Krampus had found the list, she goes on, there wouldn't have been enough naughty children to be worth replacing their presents with coal. Mal grumbles. And the night went on much like that, with Goody happily going on while Mal stifled protests. The memory of his eventually storming out has you chuckling until hibernation. What a year.
What a year, and you. What an effort. Your name is being joyfully murmured all over the North Pole, but all that mirth has taken its toll on you. The morning after Christmas, you struggle to get out of bed, so sleepy, and the comforter is so warm. You practically sleepwalk throughout your day, unable to keep your eyes open. And they want you to wait how many more days to hibernate? You ask around and find you wouldn't have to pull too many strings to start your hibernation a few days early. Your family seems to question your sanity when you tell them you'll be skipping New Year's. They don't appreciate how groggy you are. Your friends are hardly more understanding. Regardless of the judgment, you get yourself comfy, drifting off into an early hibernation, content this was a great year. This is yours.
The time you spent putting presents into Santa's sack stays with you for several days. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. It must be dimensionally transcendental. You make your way to storage to see if you can figure out how it works, but are turned away by engineering spirit. Before heading off to hibernate, you begin your Christmas list. A sack, just like Santa's, is at the top. After all, how can I replace Santa with that one? Just saying.
This really does sound like you're trying to replace Santa.
I am ambitious and jolly.
And that was the game.
The end. Good game. That was very cute.
Wasn't it, though?
Yeah, I think we end up playing it once a year.
And we always get different endings.
We always get different endings. We can never... It really does feel like I just uninstalled this like a week ago, and I had to reinstall it again for this.
I really like the art style in this game. It's very cute.
Yeah, so fun.
I just can't believe it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice too. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Woo.